Okay, welcome back, everyone. We are ready for our second game of the night, which is happy to be here on our left side, currently on attacker side currently, versus instigators and defenders right now. Oh wait, I turned it back to the Discord screen. Never mind. I'm welcoming our two new casters that introduced themselves earlier, Jacobs and Zeter. Welcome.
Hello.
Woohoo! Hello. Can we get a short introduction again? Because I messed up earlier.
Absolutely. I'm Jacob, or Jockles, and I'm extremely happy to be here. I'm ready to cast some Val, give my input, and have fun watching the games.
And I am Zader, or Zay. I've casted quite a few tourneys in the past, but it is always a blast to work with Ruyemi and all of these familiar faces and crack players. So, pleasure to be here and looking forward to some really great games.
Okay, I believe the players are also ready, so I will let them know that it's time to choose their maps. Hello, can I get the two team leaders into the waiting room? Can someone pull them up if you guys are ready?
Ready when you are. I can't pull them.
Should I just giving you perms too?
This east. Oh.
Hey. Hey. I decided to pull you guys up. Welcome.
Okay,
Hey,
hi.
So,
y'all are East Coast, right?
Yeah, we're full East Coast, so I'm pretty sure Texas would be like, yeah. All right, nice.
That's good.
All right, perfect.
okay, so happy to be here. We'll lead the start on the banning.
Okay, we're gonna ban Fracture.
Oh yeah, we'll ban Icebox.
So our casters can also see. Okay, and then user ID one more time.
Gonna ban Haven.
Okay,
We'll ban Breeze.
you only get two banned. Unfortunate.
I get two. I get two. You get one.
Yeah.
I get two. You get one, but you get to pick sides.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Do you need a
My
do you
bad.
need a moment to pick sides with your team or no?
Depends on the map, though, right?
do we know the map first or?
Well, yes. You can. After I'll spin it right now, and then you can go back to them.
Okay. thank you.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, bang! Okay, you guys are set on bind.
Oh, great.
Wait. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. Wait, you can leave as well. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Bind. For Jacob and Zeter, what are your favorite maps?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. What agent am I playing?
Oh, dang.
Just-
Okay, so it's an agent based or...
One of my favorite maps is Breeze. I just love the openness, and I'm really liking Pearl.
Me too.
So I think I would go Breeze, but Pearl is climbing the ranks. It's like top 3.
I
What
like...
about you, Zader?
Maybe Zader walked away.
All right, sorry.
No worries. Well, let me pull him in for his decision.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, probably not.
We choose defense.
Defense? Okay. Oh, wait. Then you guys are set. Nice.
Alright.
Okay, then we'll give you guys 5 seconds and then we'll start.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Instigators. Let me change this. Copy to... Oh, oops. Oh wait, it's 2. It's 2. To be here. The teams kept changing their names up on me. I'm like, God damn. Okay, so if you two are ready, then I'm also ready to start the game, I believe. Okay, let's go.
Absolutely.
And 5, think, 4, 3, 2. Why are they playing rock, paper, scissors while I'm trying to type? These people. Okay.
Alrighty, so getting into game number 2 of day 1 here at the Valorous Tournament Series Mid-Autumn Edition. We are going to be having the Instigators defending here first on Bind versus Team Happy to Be Here on the attacking side. What do you think we can expect here, Jokal?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Yoru came out because there's so much versatility. But with this starting lineup, it's you're looking at all the agents that are hovering, and I think we're gonna see a chamber for sure on the attackers. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a chamber on the side of the defenders as well. Chamber is just so well utilized on this map. Okay, never mind. I take back my words. It looks like they're hovering a Cypher.
Cypher is very strong on this map indeed, and we are seeing the first locks here coming in from Happy to Be Here. As a reminder, this is the starting lineup supplied by Pupper Supply Co., and we are going to get Happy to Be Here fully locked in here. We do have the chamber. Ray's extremely strong here, and then the double initiator. We saw a little bit of that previously in the tournament side of the tournament that is on Brown Tool Stars channel. On the opposing side, double initiator as well, but subbing out instead that Cypher pick that you talked about. He is so strong on this map with that setup on B. Whew.
Absolutely. There's so many ways you can play a Cypher just because of how you can set up the traps to get information. With the defender, with it not being a chamber, I think you're going to see a lot more like close lurks, like gaining ground outside of the site that they are on. That being said, I think the KO pick is really interesting because you can gather information but also negate their utility, and there's so much you can play off of with that.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, playing that KO into a chamber, you potentially have the opportunity to just completely shut down Pippi Lobby's pick here. You know, you have those rounds where it's just like, we can't really buy anything. We need to rely on this Tour de Force coming out from the chamber. You can nullify that and buy yourself so much space to try and just deny and delete the entire character for that round. So it will be interesting to see the matchup.
Ray's nade, and look at that. And the nade and C's combo.
It is so strong. You love to see that. As somebody who plays a lot of Rays, that is just... it makes my heart so happy. And Instigators are going to take a flawless round here to start this out. That's going to be a Pupper Supply Co. flawless. Instigators instigating a very strong pistol round there.
It was so well played. That C's nade combo is just so deadly if you can get the timing right, and evident with the 2 kills. And then to see user ID just double satchel into U-Haul to lamps and try and get something with his shorty, and then negated by Jin Chao's shorty. Like, you just don't see that.
So now starting off this second round, a little bit slower here coming out from Team Happy. They don't want to get caught out by this combo again, and they're going to get some very quick space here. User ID immediately taking the lamps, and this is a little bit of an awkward position here for the Instigators, but clearing out over into Showers. Byung is going to buy a little bit of space back here for their team as this retake comes in. User ID and Moody both finding shorty kills here. on the attacking side, trying to give that numbers advantage, and Jedamame and User ID collabing over into Lamps. But this is a bloodbath back and forth, so much damage being done. Jedamame healing up User ID to try and give that extra little bit of damage, and we have basically equalized guns here for both sides. User ID and Jedamame gonna clean up that round, and that's not something you usually see. Usually if you lose that first round, you lose to that bye, but excellently executed there by Team Happy.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. They had 2 shorties purchased on offense, okay? Shorties on defense is tough to deal with. But how do you think, yeah, this team is going to buy shorties on offense and come in and get 2 massive kills, chip damage on another, and turn the round into a 2v2 where they're able to pick up rounds? Absolutely absurd. Good round by Happy to be here.
Absurd round. Great team play so far. That first round, a little bit of a wash, but the pistol rounds don't count, you know. So going into it here, looks like they're scoping out B site here for Team Happy, just exploring some options, but that is going to draw a very quick rotate from the Instigators. You can see holding in back, Byung holding down sight. That's going to hear the Prowler coming in. That's going to draw the rotate counterclockwise this time. Instead, they're going to be running down to A, but there's already going to be sight space bot. Byung holding down into the smoke, gets blinded, just praying that this goes down, and he gets a headshot through the smoke. C-Gun and User ID are going to get massive picks for their team, but Spike still hasn't been planted. The denial by Byung, not quite enough, as Shimmy Shimmy is going to be holding here, looking for an exit kill with just a shorty. But that collapse, the decision and the execution coming out from Happy to be here, and the timing. Oh, Happy to be here. They got to be happy with that round.
They must be. It's so... You feel so bad when you're caught with util in your hands. It's not a good feeling. And the haunt was so well used by Chinchao to reveal the spike planter. They get the quick pick, and they're able to trade out 3 immediately and turn the tides back in their favor. Like, it was such a good recovery.
A little bit of a delay, almost looked like it was going to go against Team Happy, but they managed to swing it around. And speaking of swinging, Shimmy Shimmy able to get around the Raze boom bot and get the pickup, immediate numbers advantage, and no space having been bought at all yet by Happy to be here. This is looking to start a solid hold here for the Instigators. They do get scanned out and have to adjust their position here over onto A. That is going to bring out Chinsao on Instigators. The rotate over just to cover. They're reading out this A hit very well here. A little bit of a teleport there, fake teleport from Shimmy Shimmy, just to force them to look back, potentially throw off some of the timing. The blind's going to come in and catch out Byung and Lamps, but still no push. As the bird gets a flash, that's going to be the go signal. Coming straight out, Mr. Spud Sauce gets a pickup immediately, followed by Chin Xiao. He gets the trade, but the numbers advantage are so stacked for the Instigators here. Moody, 39 HP, managing to find 2 on the round here. Are they going to be able to convert more? Shimmy Shimmy shuts that down once again, pushing from that market position.
Once again, we see that the haunt being used so well by both teams, and it just so happened that Chinchao's was a little bit better at the tail end of that round after he got it back from the timer, and was able to utilize it, reveal 2, and then they were able to trade off of it. It was a great try by Happy to be here, but Instigators was looking strong on that hold.
Very strong indeed, and they are going to be both equalized here onto the full buy. Slim J is going to be playing with some light shields that could come into play here. C-Gun buying a little bit of information, but Shimmy Shimmy getting some of their own as well as a pickup. Now this is going to force Team Happy over too long, giving up a little bit of that space here into Hookah. Jedamame could have some contact here with Shimmy Shimmy. This is either going to be a full rotate or a full push in. It's all going to depend on this fight between Jedamame and Shimmy Shimmy. Both opting to back up though. And now that's going to call for the rotate. But look at this flank from Byung. Byung has read this out perfectly. One pick, commits the ult. The spike is still down, and Shimmy Shimmy is running down. Seagun here pays the price for it. It's not going to be a flawless, rounded, perfect execution. But so strong. The heads-up play from Byung to push back and hold for that rotate.
30 seconds left.
And now you have 30 seconds. It's a 1v4. You really just got to play for an exit kill here and try and see if you can do some ego damage here for Team Happy.
100%. And if Seagun gets 1 or 2 kills, they would be happy. I mean, they did damage the, I believe it was the Cypher there. It was a little bit of chip damage. It wasn't much, but it was enough to make them have to rebuy and invest that money towards the shield. That being said, their economy is pretty healthy. Byung read that so well to be able to push out of showers into their spawn, and as soon as Byung heard the teleporter, he was ready. He was standing there, he was ready, he was looking that way towards showers. They knew they were going to push. There was only about 35 seconds left, and once again, they're now on the low buy, happy to be here, and getting something is going to be better than nothing. It's going to be difficult, though.
Absolutely. You'll take every little bit that you can get, especially when it's tied up here, or more or less 3-2. Neither team has really gotten away here. It's been a little tit for tat, but we do have this push on it to B site. Not really much in the way of guns, but User ID is going to buy that space and get the initial pickup. But the shots coming down from the instigators, making their presence felt here. Seagun is going to find a gun for themselves. That's a huge pick on this Vandal, but trapped in this corner, gets popped out by the satchel, and Mr. Spud Sauce is going to clean that up here. Instigators now looking like they could potentially go on a run here if they can maintain this eco advantage.
I'm very surprised they were willing to invest the Nightfall on a round where they're not having a full buy, even a half buy. They had, I believe it was a couple Sheriffs, 1 Vandal, and maybe a Ghost or 2, but like that, I don't know. Investing in Nightfall in that situation is usually not the best. It worked to be working at the beginning, but they countered so well and were able to just stand tall.
Stand tall and fight against that. The gun disadvantage, I mean, it rears its ugly head all the time. But now we have the Nightfall on the opposite side. Chin Chow has this available to lay down over onto B side right now, just fighting off all of this aggression, all of the birds, the prowlers, the Roomba, everything being dumped here from Happy to be here. Shots coming back and forth. Jedamame is going to find 2. Now we have both defenders pushing up here from CT versus a fully stacked site. User ID is going to get the initial pick, and Jedamame is going to clean that up. I mean, that's about as perfect as you can expect there from Happy to be here, not even having shields on some of them.
Yeah, it was really well done. They were able to invest the Raze rocket and push through site, clear it all. They know there's at least 1 in elbow, and they aggress so quickly. The Omen smoke is there, and they send the Skydog in. Such a good take, and Jedamame is just ready and gets 3.
So now it looks like Happy to be here, really liking the way that they played this round over onto B site. They are going to re-hit here, getting a little bit of information, bought that space up into Hookah, Dog coming out, as well as the Haunt, and this site is going to be more or less free, as the Instigators are going to be trapped behind these smokes. User ID getting a little bit of chip damage over onto Slim J, but Spike should go down pretty freely here, as as we finally have the Nightfall being invested here from the Instigators, and it's working out so well in their favor. 2 very quick picks. The return coming back from user ID, but is it going to be enough? 2v2 situation. Pippi finds 2, has to reload. The shots don't quite connect off of the Headhunter, but it's done so much damage to Slim J. 21 HP. When the Prowler's going to come out, but we have a clutch from Slim J. What an enlight GG clutch moment. Slim J and the Instigators able to put themselves on top of what looked like an insurmountable round.
It truly did. There was so much going on. They invested the Nightfall, and the retake looked poised to a good start. But user ID is in such a good position to do chip damage, take down one, and then Moody in Hookah window is just able to get that information, try and trade them out, but he sticks it.
Able to stick it, able to have the nerves of steel. The Instigators have the nerves of steel again as they get aggressed on here from mid. Happy to be here, investing 2 ultimates. The Sky Seekers coming out, spotting that all of them are set up on A site for Instigators. Slimj coming out with a KO Nullify. And that's going to force this rotation over to B. And there's so much space to be had here. Byung is the only one set up over onto B. User ID is taking so much space here. Trying to get this elbow control, but they're back to 4. They're going to peek in the smoke. The timing, able to pick up Slim J. Couple of picks out onto site as well, and it is just Shimmy Shimmy alone, 1v3. Pippi Lavi is going to find 3 with that tour de force here. Putting a pretty solid comeback after just barely losing out that last round.
Yeah, but you look at the economy, and it's going to be rough sailing for the next couple of rounds for Instigators. But that being said, that read to rotate all 5 to A site and then quickly have to rotate back, you actually saw Byung use those satchels in spawn to necessitate the fast rush back to B when they knew the hit was coming. Just so well played on the retake, but unfortunately they couldn't do it.
So now we have... I mean, you're kind of forced to play ratty angles here. I'm really surprised at this aggression from Instigators. I like that they're stacking over to one side. Usually when you stack, you have the ability to kind of play off each other and get those trades. But Byung potentially overheating just a little bit. Seagun was able to get the initial pick, and on the back foot, user ID is going to find 2 more here over on A site. And this is going to be a late rotate coming out from the Instigators. Full 5 on the side of Happy. And now it's come down to Shimmy Shimmy. We've seen Shimmy put down some absolute magic in the past, but 5v1 is a daunting task for even the best players. Trying to fake out a little bit of Yuto here. See if they can get any spots. But they are not, and that is going to be a Pupper Supply Co. flawless. I mean, second one already of this game, but just an excellent execution by Team Happy.
That aggression from Instigators right at the start of the round is, I think it's a necessity, because it shows so much information, but it also, the gun advantage towards Happy to be here, it's so evident because they're able to just mow through them, and they give themselves a number advantage, take out 3, and then have a free sight because of the late rotate.
I love the stack and the quick aggression, but unfortunately not able to get away from it, and that will cost them the round. We are going to be tied up 5-5, but the economy finally on the side of Instigators as they're going to be able to full buy, but user ID is immediately going to shut that down here. 1 quick pickup onto Slim J. And now in the back line here, Shimmy Shimmy finds 1, immediately traded out. And now there's going to be no smokes here for the defending team. This is going to be a bit of a rough spot. This is still 4 set up on the attack. Now 3. as Chin Chow gets a pick, but they're going to hear this rotation going away, and they still have Byung holding down over on the site. Spudsauce is going to start to rotate now. Has this util set up, but user ID is going to enter here with the showstopper by a little bit of space, almost tagging up Spudsauce in the process. And Byung holding down, managed to get away over into Showers, get one pickup, and that's going to be Spike now dropped. 14 happy, numbers advantage as well. User ID is going to find a quick peek. Moody not able to get the follow-up on that. And that's going to force a rotate. Byung just absolutely everywhere on this map and getting so many crucial picks to allow the Instigators to come back from a round they had no business winning.
Byung in Showers there played it so well, waiting for them to push out to hear the spike plant. But I am baffled that Seagun did not decide to destroy the Cypher trip and was planting through it. I think that was a blunder. It had to be a blunder. But Byung is just so good at taking his space, being in places he has no business being in.
Byung has been absolutely all over the map so far on this defensive side, and now Shimmy with a beautiful blind is going to find two initial picks right off the bat here. That is going to stall out Team Happy. Still back behind B, and Byung is going to challenge them to take a look and check out this flank here. Showstopper being committed. Is going to use it to destroy the trip, potentially a little bit of a flex right there, as they are going to be able to retreat. And now 4v3 situation, this op is still in the hands of Pippi Lobby. Got one pick down, B long. And now this push over on to A site here. Dog going out, trying to build up this space. No rotation has been fully committed yet from the Instigators. Finally hearing the footsteps, Spudsaw sees the tip of the gun, but gets the pickup onto the spike again. These trips have played out so strongly for Mr. Spudsauce. Byung getting the better of the quick peek from Jedamame, and now it's Pippi Lobby alone with an op. It is going to be one-shot kills, but that's only if the Instigators want to get aggressive here. Owler coming out, spotting out where Pippi is, but the tip of the gun a little bit too far out, and we are going to be looking at a 7-5 half here, going the way of the Instigators. So now getting into the other side of this game, getting into the switch here, I think having this extra flash coming out from Jedamame is going to be extremely vital for Happy to be here to shut down some of these pushes. They don't have the KO knife to really spot anything and give you the numbers. It's really going to come down to how well are Team Happy going to be able to play off of the flashes coming out. On the side of Instigators, you're at a little bit of a disadvantage here, having Cypher on the attacking rounds. He's still absolutely viable, but it takes a lot more preparation, and setup to get the usefulness out of him that you see on the defending side. Speaking of defending side, user ID is going to get the initial pickup here. Quick frenzy to the face for Slim J, and now a little bit of presence on both sides here. This B push is looking solid though. The haunt coming out from Moody, but it's not quite enough, as Spudsauce is going to find two over onto B site, giving that numbers advantage. And now we're going to have a little bit of contact here between Chin Chow and User ID. User ID getting caught by the trap. That could be a death sentence, but Jedamame trying to even it up on point. User ID gets a better as well, even with the trip up. But Byung Holding down B so strongly here. Finds two heads. The raised grenades get traded out. User ID finds the better half of it. Now for the defuse, it is in this box. You're not going to be able to penetrate this, so it's going to have to go a little bit fast for Spudsauce here. User ID just barely had the timing to let off, get that kill, and still execute. That's going to be an Enlight GG clutch moment. User ID holding it down for the defending.
Just so well played. User ID has been so strong on these rounds where his team needs him to be. And there's just... his utility usage was well done again. And he's able to pick up 4, clutch the round, and get the defuse. It's just so pleasant to watch a Raze utilize their utility like that.
Absolutely. I got a little bit worried when those raised grenades were being traded. But User ID able to clutch it out. The 4K that the team needed to try and come back from this this deficit that they had at the half. Now they have one initial pick here. They have the gun advantage. They're just poking and prodding a little bit here for Team Instigators. They're not fully committing to anything just yet. Playing off sound cue. Team Happy User ID finds 2 more at the beginning of this round. And that's going to be spiked down here. Pippi Lobby cleaning up. And now it's Shimmy Shimmy. Trying to Shimmy Shimmy out of a scary rundown here from Team Happy to be here. The satchel comes out and it pops around Shimmy Shimmy. A little bit of damage. Oh, and the right clicks connect. Shimmy Shimmy almost got 2 on the exit. A little bit of damage. You're happy to see that. But that is going to be a very convincing round for Team Happy.
Yeah, it's... Their defense is looking strong. Obviously, it's pistol and buy round. But that being said, where it goes from there, time will only tell. And there is so much that can happen. Their damage can be done. It's going to be... Hey, you never know what happens in a bonus round. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, absolutely. We covered a game already that bonus rounds have been flipped back and forth. We've seen it here in this game as well. Happy to be here was able to flip it the second time. Lost their initial pistol round. Able to flip the bonus. And now the guns on the side of Instigators. Playing a little bit slow here, just throwing a little bit of util, trying to spot out who is playing on what site. Prowler coming out is going to send Byung backwards here, and this is going to be a full rotate here over to B for the attacking side. Jedamame gets a good corner peek, baits out the bullet. That's going to be some info, but this numbers advantage if this rotation is not quick here. From Team Happy, this could be dangerous. Dog being invested, but that's the sound of 2 guns. That's going to be enough. Moody getting so aggressive and doesn't get punished for it. Manages to get the pickup onto Shimmy Shimmy, and now the shots coming down from the Instigators. Finding 3.
30 seconds left.
B almost denied the entire long push here. But Instigators are going to be up 3-1 here. User ID, are there any more miracles left? Finds one with the grenade bounce. The paint shells paying off here. User ID playing, checking every single one of these corners. Saw the edge of Byung jumping down long. I don't think he has any idea where Spudsauce is, though. This could be dangerous. Time is slowly ticking away. You have to make a decision here. Doesn't hold down on the spike. He thought it was going to be a tap and go. Decided to stick it out just a little bit longer. Gets tagged up by the paint shells. And now that's the information for Spudsauce. Doesn't need it. Isn't going to commit to that peak. User ID, 2 health. Almost got the pickup onto Spudsauce there. You would have liked that extra. Well, I guess he's full on the ultimate counter there.
This is
But
true.
that is going to be the first round for the half here on the side of Instigators.
So what was really interesting was Jedamame was playing inside of Garden, and he was actually playing anti-flash. He was looking down long towards Fountain so that Slim J would take the first peek if Jedamame, or sorry, back. My bad on that. I was getting the names wrong. But yeah, it's a lot. He played it really well. Chin Chow did.
Yeah, very good execution on playing for your trades here. Team Happy seems a lot more confident on this defending side, and they seem like it's easier for them to play off of each other. To see, like, just seeing how some of these trades have gone, they look a lot better here on defense. You can see Byung almost got their head taken off there, trying to jump down the gap of Garden. But this defense here, I'm happy to be here, is starting to read out. This is an A push. All the footsteps coming in. That's going to be enough information. Shimmy Shimmy doesn't connect with the blind, but Spud Sauce is there to find one. Shimmy Shimmy in and out of the smoke. Shimmy Shimmying finds two huge picks, and now it's going to be this late rotate coming in. Jedamame got the pickup on the flank, but gets tagged by the Cypher Trip in the process, and Shimmy in and out of those smokes. So dangerous. It's going to come down to Jedamame pushing this from Market versus a full 4 team. The fake teleport kind of puts the pressure. You have to go in. Jedamame finding 2 with that. That was impressive. You got to be happy with that if you're Jedamame.
Yes, that is 100% the best outcome. They did damage. If you look at the economy, that for instigators, they're a little on the rough side. They do have the ability to purchase up to almost max with a couple light shields. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with this light buy from Happy. But Shimmy is just so good with these smoke plays.
Shimmy absolutely living up to their name. And the jump over, following alongside the Skydog for the information. The Showstopper not able to connect on anything for user ID, but it is going to put a bit of a damper on this push as Instigators are now opting to go quietly over to B side. You can see this stacked aggression again on this light buy for stacking A site for Team Happy. It's just Jedamame, but Jedamame is going to see that this rotation is happening and get a pick and get out with their lives. That is excellent plays coming out from Jedamame. Unfortunately, falls out of the window. That's going to be enough information for Chin Chow to try and send a Prowler around that's going to be blind, but now the rest of the team coming in behind to come help. That's going to force a little bit of contact here. Byung gets the better of Pippi. Invests their own Showstopper just to shut down this aggressiveness coming back out. But the Showstopper doesn't fully connect, and user ID is going to live by a sliver of health. 3v4. Team Happy has the numbers advantage here, but Spike will be planted on A. So rotate was a little bit slow getting across, and having this nullify out is going to disable every util that you have. Slim J almost got taken out by C-Gun there, but not being able to use any of your util is so difficult when you're trying to swing a corner like that. Slim J finding 3. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you had the gun advantage, but the numbers advantage was gone. Excellent use of that KO ult. User ID is going to find 1. Just barely missing this connection. Ooh, and the shot's just a little bit better coming out from Byung. And that's going to put Instigators up here 10-7. And I think if you're Team Happy, you got to start thinking about a timeout here.
Yeah, it's time. You got to take a second, figure out what they want to do, and how they want to play. Because that was a really good round. They did a lot of damage at the early rounds. User ID is able to unintentionally get over the Cypher tripwire into the B-Link with his ultimate. That should not happen, but he does, and they're able to just rush out, get a trade, or no, get a pick and get a gun, but it just doesn't work in their favor.
Unfortunately, that gun advantage does play a huge role, especially when you're down like that. Jedamame being the first pick here has been so crucial on this B defense for Team Happy. That's now going to put so much pressure on Happy. They are going to invest this rotate over to A. It is just going to be Pippi alone here holding in Garden. But it's going to be enough. That's a pickup onto Slim J, and that should be enough to have user ID rotate over. Spike is inching up here into Hookah. Moody holding down that corner, able to get the pickup, as well as C-Gun. Chin Chow looked over at the footsteps and got their head taken off in the process. You can't peek and look at the same time, not against Team Happy. And now pushing in, trying to take this site. And Moody finds the aggressiveness, finds both. And this is exactly what Team Happy needed here.
Yeah, that sitting in that corner that late in the round, teams are less likely to look there. They should obviously still clear the corners, but in all likelihood, they won't be there. They'll be deeper on site waiting for that plant to be tapped, but he just finds it. And he sits there. He doesn't take the first shot until Byung is already across site and takes him out, turns, and takes out the second. It was just such good positioning by Moody.
Very aggressive positioning. Could have been very deadly and very costly if they were caught out, but it worked to their advantage. And now, if you're Instigators, that's going to be sitting in the back of your head. They're playing aggressive late on. Why is that? And why does Raze have an op? And why is KO dead? User ID finds a second with this op. And Pippi right behind with the double pickup on the aggression coming out from Hookah. And Shimmy Shimmy once again stuck here with the shorty. It potentially might get this pick onto Moody if the timing is right, but this is my worst nightmare. I'm stuck here, I don't have a gun, and I'm just trying to run at somebody, but Shimmy Shimmy makes it work and actually gets a gun out of it. The pickup onto Moody, but now you're at 11 HP. You could get sneezed on and you're out of here. And there's a sneeze from C-Gun. That is going to be round going the way of Happy. We could potentially even this up here on round number 20.
We are seeing a very, very structured defense from Happy, and they're able to convert these rounds to come back and potentially put themselves in double digits. And if they win this, if you look at the economy, it's going to be, if they win this, Instigators is looking rough, and they could go down a round. It could swing everything.
Absolutely. They have the guns to be able to do it. They know user ID has this op. See the smoke out into heaven, trying to deny some of these sight lines. And user ID is actually holding A this time, but gets the headshot onto Byung. You didn't have to hit him in the head, but you did it anyways to prove a point here. And now we have the commitment here from the Instigators. We have the null point coming in from KO, trying to deny. Oh, user ID read this out from Shimmy Shimmy, but the timing looked away. Do they know that this is still coming up? Shimmy Shimmy could have a huge pick here, denying this op. Grenade comes out, checking around the corner. User ID still doesn't know the timing. Manages to get a grenade kill, but gets traded in the process. Shots back and forth. But that is a successful defense here. For Happy to be here, and we are seeing this tied up.
The timing on that flank was just insane. There should have been something that pointed out to either of them multiple times, but they were just going around the corners at the perfect time, not showing themselves, and it gave Shimmy Shimmy a chance for a massive pick. But if you're looking at this, this should put Happy in a position to take the lead, to go up 11-10 here. That being said, nothing is guaranteed, but that's the way it's looking.
I got you,
Absolutely. I mean, that little bit of cat and mouse played out to Team Happy's advantage, and now Instigators on a half buy here. Some Stingers, a Bucky, a Spectre. You really have to get aggressive. You have to run this down. You have to make advantage of your timing here and get all of the space that you can. Seagun getting tagged up by the grenade is going to have to be careful, but as I say that, they get the pick up onto Spud Sauce. That was the only ulti available for the Instigators. Slim J is going to even up that trade, though, and now the flash and the grenade coming out from Showers. User ID is going to kill the planter as well as Slim J behind.
Last player standing.
Jedamame with the pickup here, and that was just gun diff. Played so excellently. I love that combo coming out from Showers by User ID and Jedamame.
Yeah, and here we see a timeout. They need it. Instigators has lost 4 in a row. It completely swapped the economy. They are now down 1. The game is not over, but if it keeps trending, if they pick up this round, the buys next are not looking good for Instigators. But like you said, on that round, they comboed the Raze nade with the flash, and they were able to gather so much. They pushed them off. They tried sticking the plant. He ended up getting picked by the operator in User ID's hands. There was just so much going on. And when you're up against a lighter buy, like, Instigators couldn't do anything. Jedamame probably, if they had a rifle, they could have had 2. And that could have swung the round, but there's just nothing about it.
I mean, I don't even know how you counterplay against that. You're down on the guns, you're down on the util, and you just have such great team play coming out from Team Happy to coordinate that and just deny your aggression. Like, that aggression was absolutely the correct play. Get in there, buy all the space, dump all of your util, but unfortunately for the Instigators, it was not meant to be. It did not swing their direction, and now, I mean, this isn't match point here, but it may as well be, as this economy is going to be absolutely horrible for the Instigators if they're not able to pull out some magic here. We see a little bit of pressure being made here by Jedamame. Shimmy Shimmy and Chinchou able to connect on it and shut it down, though. That is going to buy so much information. Look at the space that's being taken now by Team Happy. They come around the corner. Pippi Lobby's going to be there. Get 2 free picks. Caught out with their knives. And now the Prowler coming out just by a little bit more information. Got the block. Now it's a 2v1. Instigators, they've done a great job getting the damage done. Now they just need to seal out this round to continue. They need the eco on this next round. They need to win this round so badly here to keep themselves alive and away from the back ropes. Couple of steps is going to sell out. That Seagun is over into CT. Slim J is going to go directly onto site here. Plant for himself down long. Has no idea where... Oh, User ID is going to pull out that showstopper. That's going to give the info away that he's being pinched, but he's able to shimmy his way around it. Little shades of shimmy shimmy here. But this is probably going to be a stick. And User ID covering for Seagun here. Able to close that up. And now we're going to be looking at match point. We're happy to be here.
And you know what? Instigators is able to get almost a full buy. They get 3 rifles and then 2 on weaker buys. But the aggression from Happy through the teleporter at the round start all started with a dog after the initial pick. And doing that, you create so much to do. Yes, Jedamame fell in the teleporter, but there was the trades And Moody's the health on Chin Chow after that was so important.
When Shimmy Shimmy finds two heads, the aggressiveness from Happy to Be Here, they wanted to close that out. Maybe got a little too overheated there, and that is massive here for the Instigators. They dumped all of their economy into this last push, try and keep the dream alive. Jedamame is going to try and shut that down here alongside User ID, both able to get picks and even up the numbers as Spike still has not been planted. User ID finds another, and now this is going to be Spike rotate over. Oh, Chin Chow on this lurk. Does get the pick up onto User ID, but gets tagged up in the process. Are they going to know?
Last player standing.
Interesting from Chin Chow, opting to turn their back on the opponent right there. Potentially trying to play a fake Yoru clone, but we're not playing Yoru, and the shot's coming down. Slim J, the spray was just a little too wide, almost had another 2K for the Instigators, but instead we will have Happy to Be Here taking this round 13-10.
Defenders win.
Wow, that was just... I'm... The Chin Chow play is perplexing me, but Slim J almost swung it around. Unfortunately, the spray didn't work out the way he intended. But User ID on a killer game. 30 kills, 13 deaths, combat score of 346, 6 first bloods, absolutely massive in the resurgence they had in that second half.
Absolutely. I mean, across the board, every single person on the side of Happy to Be Here had their highlight moments, had their clip reel being added to. But on the back of a 30 kill game, you're not going to see a whole lot of that here in this tournament. So User ID has to be extremely happy to be here in this round with a great showing. And we will be having an interview with a representative from Happy to Be Here in just a moment. Also, a quick update on the other game that we had going on. It is going to be the Ado Boys winning 13-7 over the Boto Bandits.
Sounds like that was also a good game. It looks like they were playing Haven as well. We know, as our first game that we casted, we also had a Haven start, and it was dominant from a Mixel.
Absolutely, and it seems to be that these teams, as they get going, they start warming up, they start feeling each other out, they start getting a little more comfortable and getting back into that driver's seat. But you know, here in this game, it was just a slugfest, back and forth. And for Happy to Be Here, they looked a little shaky towards the end, but able to bring that back. And now we are going to have a representative here coming in for the interview. It looks like we're going to have Moody joining us here in just a moment.
Sounds great.
Hello, Moody. Moody?
We might have permissions.
Do you have any permissions? Oh, wait. Hello? Oh, no. Oh. Let me give him perms right now.
What's my push to
Oh,
talk?
there
Oh,
we
no,
go.
you're good. I thought it was on my side.
I have to use push to talk though. I can't talk. Like,
Oh, okay. Let me try to do this.
So while we're getting that set up, Moody, congratulations. That was a hard-fought victory all the way through. How are y'all feeling after after just a slugfest of a match?
We're feeling pretty good. I'd say we put in some time together before the matches. I played a couple of competitive games and like tried to figure out like what our strengths and weaknesses were before we played, and then we kind of just took that into account when we played this team.
Was it for the composition that you ended up picking, the agents, are those your comfort picks, or did you have to shuffle around people to fill what was necessary?
I would say that most of us, except for one of our players, I guess, we're pretty flexible on what agents we can play. So for us, it was just like one person called what they wanted to play, and like the rest of us kind of just picked around that. And then, but we're like pretty comfortable on almost everything. So I think it's not really like comfort picks. I mean, I guess it's kind of comfort picks, but it's not really like totally comfort picks.
Of course. And another question for you. There was 3 maps banned, Fracture, Haven, and Icebox. Of the remaining 4 maps, was Bind the one that you wanted, or was it just so happened to be the one that was picked?
It just so happened to be picked. We've practiced on a couple of maps, just in the competitive queue, like as a 5-stack. We never played Bind actually as a 5, so that was the first time we played Bind together. And then we kind of just, everything was just flowing really well with our IGL just moving us around and just, just playing together as a team.
Right on. The start of the game, you guys looked a little shaky, but as it progressed, the dominance, the shots you were hitting, the calls, the rotates, everything seemed to come together. And the aggression you had in the last 3 to 4 rounds, was it, you know what, we're in their heads, they're on low buys, let's keep pushing?
It was more strategic than anything else. I'd say that we had a plan to like just push B-Long for those last couple of 3 or 4 rounds that we played. And we were like, okay, if we manage to catch them on a rotate, then, we have enough space to like capitalize on it. And the first couple of rounds, they didn't push into it at all, so they just kept pushing A, so then it just allowed us to flank. And then after that, they like adjusted their utility, and then we just were ready for them to like come rotate into us. And our plan was just to hold that until we saw the push, and then when they pushed, we flanked, and if they rotated, we held them. So it was very strategic from us.
That is awesome. Congratulations again on your win. Super excited to see what comes next for you. And I believe we are going to a break and then we'll be back soon with another game.
Thank you guys for the interview.
Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
They were summoned by the Emperor of the Valoru Mid-Autumn Edition to bring him 10 people so he could choose his next successor. Rue and Brown decided to split up their search. One would search the older maps, and the other would search the newer maps. They agreed to reconvene right before their meeting with the Emperor, and so they set off. They searched far and wide and scoured through Ridge. It took them many days, but they found all 10. Rue likes shiny objects and sleeps through the day, so she looked for people during the night and found 5 moons. Brown is a turtle and likes to enjoy the day. He slowly walked the maps and found 5 suns. On September 19th, Rue and Brown bring the 10 people to meet up outside of the Emperor's Garden. Here are the 3 moons and 2 suns for Group A. Team Instigators, led by Chinchao. Their team name comes from the idea that instigators are like the opposite of sentinels. Team the Meow Meows, led by totally not Adri. They're Maya's e-kittens and Meow Meow is a term of endearment within their friend group. Team Baby Sharks, led by Sharkbait Ulu. James willed the team name and Rue said she didn't hate it. Team Pooch, led by Kavian Koi. Their team said the word Pooch and liked it. Team Happy to Be Here, led by User ID. Their only sole connection is Pippi Lobby, but User ID is the team captain. And here are the 2 moons and 3 suns for Group B. Team Bowtie Bandits, led by Boom Kid. We eat bow ties. Team Adobres, led by Honey Green Tea. It's their server name that was founded by their Filipino friend. Team Cowboys, led by Silverlight. Christine called all of them her cowboys one day, and there are 5 of them. Team Amixel, led by Zai. Their friend legit said, "Name it off my name," and Zai listened. Team Sussy Grussy. Guru is a state of enlightenment and simultaneous praise of Guru from Despicable Me. Soguru is essentially a superior version of So True, whilst being a fanbase/cult. They will all fight in a Valorant round-robin group stage starting from Monday, September 19th to Thursday, September 22nd, with only 4 duking it out in playoffs on Saturday, September 24th to Sunday, September 25th. Who will be the next Emperor of the Valoru Tournament Series? Stay tuned and watch the round robin matches live on twitch.tv/Ruyemi and twitch.tv/BrownsellStar. For more information, check out twitter.com/Ruyemi. Enlight is a career education network that teaches professionals how to start and succeed in their esports career. They curate esports developmental programs that consist of community, masterclasses, and curriculum from actual top industry leaders and hiring managers. Pepper Supply Co. is a small Asian-owned business that has Asian-inspired dog-themed clothing. They donate part of their proceeds to charity, and they use high-quality fabric that is not just a Gildan print on. Once upon a time, there were these 2 friends named Ruyemi and Brownsellstar. They were summoned by the Emperor of the Valoru Mid-Autumn Edition to bring him 10 people so he could choose his next successor. Rue and Brown decided to split up their search. One would search the older maps, and the other would search the newer maps. They agreed to reconvene right before their meeting with the Emperor, and so they set off. They searched far and wide and scoured through Ridge. It took them many days, but they found all 10. Rue likes shiny objects and sleeps through the day, so she looked. I let the video run a little longer than anticipated, but thank you, Enigma, for putting the poll up. Our next 2 teams are the Meow Meows and Happy to Be Here, so we are going to get them ready and choose their maps. Are y'all ready? Wait, the Meow Meows. Where is... Oh, they're in a death match. Okay, I'm gonna pull the team captains up. Oh, that's what Mika was doing.
Huh? Typing?
No, when you were trying to say it.
Oh yeah, no, I was actually just replying to him in Chinese. I was like, bro, I don't understand it. Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Because I thought he was saying like an action or a word. I didn't know he was saying a name. And after he said it again, I was like, oh, so little
Oh.
and then name.
Okay. I see. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
Kanto, so that's why I was like, I didn't really get it. But okay, user ID is ready, so I'm gonna pull him in. Hello, welcome.
Hello?
Oh my god,
Welcome.
big fan.
Howdy.
Pulling Meow Meows in too because we gotta get the show on. Hello, I stole you.
Oh, hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Okay, so Meow Meows are going to be in charge of banning first.
All right.
Hey, wait,
But oh,
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is most of your players central or east, or what's up with that? Just gotta pick servers real quick.
We're all Cali.
Y'all Cali? Okay, then Texas it is. Fucking send it. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
okay.
That's funny.
Okay, so you can give me the first map to ban.
All right. Pearl again.
Girl, okay.
We're gonna ban Fracture.
Fracture. Okay, one more from Meow Meows.
And Haven.
And Haven. Okay. I realized, yeah, we're just gonna do this on my stream.
Alright, now just pull. Wait, I'm delayed.
You're delayed too. You want me? Here, I can screen share the
Oh,
ends.
No, it's okay. You can just tell us. You can just tell
No,
us.
it's okay. You can just click in. It's okay. You guys are playing Ascent.
Ascent.
Yes.
Ascent?
Yes, Ascent.
Okay. All right. Bet.
Okay.
We'll take defense first.
Okay. So if you guys could swap sides, and once
right.
you're ready, we will start.
Okay, good luck. Have fun.
Alright.
Bye.
All right. Good luck. Have fun.
Goodbye.
Oh, is that already decided?
Yeah, they decided so fast.
Wow.
They're so
Oh
quick
my
with it.
goodness. Okay, so Meow Meow's on defenders?
Yes.
Or Meow Meow's on attackers?
Meow. Wait, no.
Wait.
Meow Meow's on attackers, and happy to be here on defenders.
Wait a minute. Happy. Wait a minute.
What do you
Wait.
mean? Yeah.
Isn't
What's
that
up?
team? Oh, that is Team Meow Meows. I'm trolling.
They're doing a big swap right now. The Meow Meows. This wheel spinner must have just known that I don't like Ascent.
Oh my god. No, that's the second Ascent game for them.
Oh, true. Very, very true.
Oh, they're called Happy to Be Here? I thought they were Cowboys for some reason.
Oh no. Cowboys
Happy to-
is
Oh, somewhere else. Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
in
yes,
the,
yes, yes,
in the
yes.
other channel.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Are you two ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome back, Mango and Zader. We are gonna start game 3 of the day. It is happy to be here against Team the Meow Meows. Okay, 5, 4, 2, start. Okay, well, I hope they're ready.
Yee.
I heard him from his room. He said I can't count, or they can't count.
Oh, there's one like right by you?
Yeah, because user ID is my boyfriend, but he's in the other room.
Oh!
Yeah. Down with the user rides.
Alrighty, so getting into game number 3 of day 1 here, we're gonna have a matchup of Team Happy to Be Here on the defenders and Team Meow Meows on attackers. Both of these teams have a winning record so far, so this is going to be the first loss going to either one of these teams, as we are getting into the starting lineup supplied by Pupper Supply Co. Mango, how are you feeling about this lock-in from Meow Meows?
This Puppyco lineup is looking a little bit different actually from Meow Meows. Considering their first round in, we saw so Zen was on Jet, totally not. Adri was on that KO, but we're seeing a different pick here coming in from Sano and I believe Mia as well. Sano was opting for that chamber pick
Select your agent.
last round, and I think Mia was on. I think Mia was on maybe, Sano was I believe on Sage, and Mia was on Chamber, one or the other. But their lineup's looking a little bit different, but still pretty tactical play coming in onto Ascent here. and then seeing almost still a completely different but standard pick coming in from user ID on that Jet, Seagun on that Omen, Moody on Chamber, Jedamame on KO, and Pippi Lobby on that Sova. My favorite still. I will always have a soft spot for all Sova players.
Absolutely. Sova is my first and only true main.
So
I have a soft spot for that. What's interesting to see here is the variety of agents that we have. The only mirrors that we have are the KO and the Jet. Otherwise, the last 6 agents are all different for both teams. Team Happy to be here opting to go with the double initiator versus Team Meow Meows with a little bit more of a defensive-sided comp, having that KJ coming out from Mia. So now we are going to start off the first round of this game. Meow Meows are going to all opt for a default push here to going up through Cat. This is going to be a quick A hit. Turret set out over on B just to catch something off, and look at this. Ooh, the shorty gets 1, gets 2. User ID off the bat. Didn't even have to reload and got the numbers advantage. And Moody just patiently holding in the corner, trying to see if they could get all 3 in the door. But that's going to be 4 very quick picks. And now Mia, you just got to look for a kill here. Try and get something out of this as they get spotted. And that's going to be a Pupper Supply Co. flawless coming out here from Team Happy to be here. That's their second in the tournament.
Really? Wow. 2 Pupper Supply Co. flawlesses for Team Happy. Wait, what was Happy to be here? Oh
Happy to be here.
You know, I think for Meow Meows, just based a little bit like of a observation based on the first round we're seeing. Meow Meow's definitely gonna have to check tight corners. You know, as we saw there with user ID getting those 2 shorty picks.
Definitely taking advantage of potentially not having the other team knowing anything about you. Played off very big there for user ID, able to convert 2 kills off of the cheapest gun in the game, besides the classic, of course. And this huge flank from user ID, finding more here, a very aggressive push coming out, and now this is going to force Meow Meows over onto Cat. They don't want to push down A anymore. Jedamame is going to find 1, but gets tagged up in the process, not able to get away with that. And now Sano is going to have full shields here with that overheal. Seagun holding down this door. This could be disastrous if they don't check it quick. And Seagun finds 3! Are you kidding me? Holy Seagun. Perfect execution, perfectly timed swing to make all of those headshots land. You gotta be so thrilled for Seagun here.
Yeah. Honestly, even just with Jedamame's play there, that was a really all of them collectively coming into contact with Meow Meows was able to tag one or able to get one and tag up another before falling.
Excellent positioning and execution by Happy to be here. Now we have Pippi Lobby trying to get a little bit of a pick through the wall with the Ares, not able to find anything, and first pick is actually going to go the way of Meow Meows here. There's a little bit of mid presence is being checked on, but instead they're going to opt to rush it down a B here. As soon as they hit their go button, the smokes go down, and there it is. They start getting onto site, and Sano with the pick onto Moody through the smokes. And now all of this site control is just going to be Pippi holding alone in Boathouse. Was looking the wrong side of the smoke, gets caught out, and now it's going to be a 5v2. And this is just such a tough situation here for Happy to be here. You're going to have to push in not only with the numbers advantage, but the massive gun advantage. They have a Marshall and a...
Last player standing.
Ooh, one pick down, the Marshall is gone.
Ooh.
And back to, or almost back to back, we have another Pupper Supply Co. flawless, this time by the attacking team, the Meow Meows.
I think this time we did see a bit more. I think Meow Meows was actually able to just wait a little bit out on that, knowing that from Happy to Be Here, there are always going to be a couple that like to, push out, try to get that one pick before backing away, and they capitalized this one time, or they capitalized last round with the A main pick onto user ID there.
And it's an interesting